Hello everyone. So I hope you all are doing good and continuing with our series. Today we'll be solving single number question. So what the question is? The question is you are given a non-empty array of integers and every element appears twice except for one, and you have to find that single one which is not repeating here. So let's take example. So example, let's say here it's 2 to 1. 2 is appearing twice. One is the number which is appearing only once. So here one is the output here. Okay. Here if we see two is appearing twice, one is appearing twice, four is appearing only once. So four is the answer. There's only single number, so that should be the answer here. I think question is pretty straight, so you need to understand that we are given that every element appears twice. Okay, so there is only one element which is appearing once. Every element is appearing twice, so you have to find that number. So let's talk about the idea behind the solution. Okay, so suppose you have an input, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe let's say 3, then 4, then 2, 1, and then maybe 6, 5, and then 7, and then 6. Okay, so what's the most basic approach you follow? You iterate over the array. So what you have to do is, you know that each element will be appearing to each element can appear two times, and every element is appearing two times except one. So what you do is, let's say you came across this number 1. What you do is, let's say you create a bucket of number of 1, and let's say you put that into one into that bucket. Let's say you came across 2, you put that into a bucket number 2. Similarly is the case for 3, then for 4, and then for 5. Okay, and let's say you came across 3. You already have bucket 3 here, so you add that 3 in that. For bucket 4 as well, you add 4 into that. For bucket 5, for bucket 2, you add 2 here. Similarly the case of 1. So what I'm saying is, once you are done iterating this array, you will be having a buckets, and let's say you will be having the a number stored into them. Okay. So what you have to do is, you have to find a bucket here whose size is less than 2, because we know every element will can appear two times, or there's only one element will be appearing one time. So you can say, if the number n, then n minus 1 bucket will have a size 2, and there is a 1 bucket will be having a size 1 here. Okay, so once you are iterating, you are done iterating with the array, you check the buckets, and then you see which bucket holds less than 2 elements, and that is your answer. So in this case, answer will be 7. Okay, because 7 is the only element which is appearing 2. Every element is appearing 2 times there. So that's the idea. So now let's see what we can do to implement this behavior of bucketing. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, the data structure which can solve this problem is Hashmap. Okay, it can be Hashmap of integer and integer. So this key can be this value of this array, and value will represent the number of count of that particular value in the array. So once we are done with the iteration, so this, for let's say for value 1, key 1, the count is 2. So we'll say we'll store 2 in the hash map corresponding to 1 key. For example, let's say 3, 3 is also count 2, but for 7, count is 1. So for 7 key, value will be 1. So once we are done with the hash map, we iterate the hash map, and we see if our map dot get, okay, is, let's say, equal to 2, you return that value. Okay, you return that key here. Otherwise you basically continue, keep iterating. Okay, that's the idea about this uh, question. Now let's say, so here what you are doing is, you are storing the data here. For one, yeah, the occurrence is 2 times, so you store. Now what I say is, why you need to store it here. Let's say you found the match of one. Okay, basically you found the second occurrence of one. So why not simply discard these values? Why you need to store them? Okay, so somehow if we could derive some algorithm or method where we don't have to store these values whenever we are iterating, and we found that this has occurred two times, we simply nullify that. We simply discard that value. Okay. So we are going to use XOR operator here. Okay. So we are going to use XOR operator for that. So for those who don't know about XOR operator, so XOR operator, what it do is, if you use XOR operator on the same value, you are going to get value 0. Okay. So XOR operator of 0 and 1 is 1. XOR operator of 1 and 0 is 1, but XOR operator of let's say 0 is 0 and 1 is 0. So basically, if the number is repeating and it gets XORed with the same number, it gives 0. So can we use this idea to solve this question here? Yes, we can, because we know each number appears two times. Okay. So let's say I start with this number, and I once I iterate the array, I keep on doing the XOR with each value. So let's say 1, I say XOR of 2, then XOR of 3, then XOR of 4, then XOR of 5, then XOR of 3, then XOR of 4. So what happens here is, let's say 1 is repeating again here, so the XOR operator is going to nullify that. Understood? Okay, because we know x XOR x is 0. So XOR of same elements is going to get nullified, and what you left is the final output. So let's say your input is 1, 2, 3, and let's say 3, 2. Okay, so how we are going to iterate over the array and keep storing the values. So 1, 2, so 3. Okay, so 1, 2, let's say some value. Okay, v, then this value v will be XOR with 3. Okay, so it comes v1, then v1 will XOR with 3 again. Okay, so it gets some value here. Okay, let's say v2, and this v2 XOR with 2 will give me some value final. As you see here, this is going to get nullified here, this is going to get nullified here. Okay, and finally we are done with value 1. So the XOR of 2 and 2 will nullify because it will make a 0. So of 3 and 3 will make a nullify, it will make a 0. So finally you are left with only 1. Okay, so that's the approach we are going to follow here. So our order will be order of n, and we are not going to use any extra space here. So we have discussed two approach, one with a map and another optimized approach with the XOR operator. Okay. So I hope the idea is pretty clear here. Let's see the solution here and the code as well. So just let's jump to the code part. So here's the code part. It's very straightforward. You are given a function, you are given an array, you iterate till the length of the array, and you do this XOR operator on this result 0. So you keep storing the values. Once you are done, you will finally get the value which is not repetitive here. It's very straightforward question as well as very straightforward answer. You just need to know what exactly is the idea behind the question and what are the different approaches we could have followed here. Okay, so yeah, so the answer is pretty clear here. So that's all from my side. I hope you have followed the question as well as the answer. Do let me know if you want me to solve any particular question. Till then, bye. Take care.